Like to call this meeting to order. I'd like to welcome council and staff, guests tonight. Our mayor still was away, I think, he had on holidays, I believe, so I'm filling in for him tonight. Call this meeting to order. I have a few remarks. I'll touch on them now. On October the 15th, that was the day of the fall staff lunch. I had an opportunity to attend that. It's always great to see some of the employees and chat with someone, get caught up, so that was great. On the 16th, then I attended the official opening of the park over in Van Astra. It's officially called Base Camp Activity Park, I believe, Lisa, is that correct? Thank you. I was there alongside some of our staff, our CEO Jessica, and Lisa was there as well, among others. I thank Lisa Thompson for her support and the grant of $115,200 through the Trillium Foundation. So that was great, a nice little park over there. So it'll be great seeing how that comes along in the future. So people use it. The land acknowledgement, I would like to acknowledge that the land we stand upon today is the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe, the Haudenosaunee, and the Neutral peoples. Next on our agenda is the confirmation of the agenda. Need a mover or seconder to confirm that. Councillor Deal, Councillor Fisher. That the agenda for the regular meeting of council dated October 21st, 2025 be adopted as circulated. All those in favor? That would be carried. Declaration of community interests or general nature thereof, declare it now, or if it comes up in the future, declare please. Seeing none. Next is our minutes of the previous meeting. Need a mover and a seconder to move that. Councillor Chartrand, Councillor Dalton. That the Council of the Municipality of Huron East approved the following council meeting minutes as circulated. Regular meeting that was held on October 7th, 2025. Comments or corrections from them minutes? Hearing none, all those in favor? That would be carried. Thank you very much. Next, we have our consent agenda. Are there any requests to remove any item from that consent agenda? Councillor Fisher.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. The one about the lambs or the sheep.
Yes.
I think we should support the part or see if there's anything we could do municipally with the dog licensing and kennel license. I'm just not 100% on what our rules are. If you have 3 or 4 dogs, do you have to be a kennel?
I think it's over 3, you would have to be a kennel is what our current bylaw states.
Okay, so that would impact a farmer. I think we should maybe look at that and see if there's a way to alleviate that.
Sorry, correction, that's for urban areas. Rural areas have a different allotment. They don't have the minimum of, or the max of 3. I think we already do have exemptions in there for
Farm related?
Yeah.
That was my question too, Councillor Fisher. I just wondered if our municipal dog control bylaw line up with the recommendations in the report.
Yeah, if we could just check that and see, please. And then another comment was my backyard, like 300 acres behind me, there's cattle there in the summer. And a cattle beast was taken down by a coyote and destroyed this summer. So that's getting pretty close to residential.
Yeah.
So I wondered if when your next county council meeting, you could maybe bring it up that Huron County have a coyote call. And it could be funded by this Ontario Wildlife Fund that pays for livestock that is damaged by coyotes, whatever. And that could be a funding source.
Yeah,
Or even if the county had a source, but I talked with several farmers at church and other venues, and that always seems to come up. They have a coyote call in Huron County.
Okay.
Thank you.
yeah, no problem. I believe there is a fund now, isn't there? Was talking to the treasurer there last council meeting, I think, and asked questions about, because if we paid somebody out for loss of livestock.
The OMAFRA runs an Ontario Wildlife Compensation Program, so they submit a claim. We have livestock evaluators who do go out and investigate the coyote or incidents of any cattle or young sheep that are killed. They put in that claim. It just has to go through the municipal office. Then OMAFRA actually reviews the application. They deny or approve it. They pay the whole claim, and then we just take that money they give us and give it to the farmer, and then we get a $50 administration fee that we get to keep, that they pay us as part of that. program.
Thank you. Is that good enough, Councillor Fisher, or would you like it to go further?
Well, if you, again, if you could take this to county and ask about a call in the county,
Sure.
thank you.
Did you want any motion made, or you just want me to take that message?
Yeah, a motion would be nice.
Would somebody care to second that? That's a deal. Any more comments or questions on that motion? All those in favor? It's carried. So that would be 6.3 that we pulled out of there. We don't have the other two. Anybody have anything else they want to add to 6.1 and 6.2? If not, can I have a motion to? Sorry, Councillor Stefler.
6.1, please, I'm just looking at the building reports. It seems that in April to June, we talked about it previously, but 92% increase in building, is that poor accounting? Is that new accounting? Is that lots more building that were coming our way? What, it was really more of the almost 100% doubling of building permits.
Definitely accounting half, and then the other half is a bit of a spike as well. We were in between the permitting programs, and then we had nothing for a brief period of time, then we got the old Great Plains system fired up, and it was just a stumbling for new ones, and I forgot how to run it. So myself, but that's the numbers that we generated between all the programs that were in use from January to this date.
Because then in July to September, it came back at 6%, which is probably back balanced, right?
Right, so, but it did die off, though, mind you, during the summer.
Okay.
So I'm leaning maybe more for just a drop during the midsummer and mid-June to August, end August. You always get another spike, a small little spike for foundations in the fall.
Right on.
So then it's creeping up now again. That'll go away at Christmas time, generally till February, March,
Okay, thank you.
the following.
Is there any other questions on them two reports that we have in front of us? If not, do I have a motion to accept 6.1, 6.2? That'd be Councillor Middleby and Councillor Stefler. Any more comments or questions? All those in favor? That would be carried. Thank you very much. Next, number 7 is our public meetings, hearings, and delegations. We have delegation here from the Maitland Mills Association, plans for the Logan Mill at the Brussels Dam. We have Ralph Laviette here, I believe, as well, and Doug Schuldes. The podium is yours.
Thank you, everybody, council, staff, etc. So just, this is just an information session. We're not here to ask for any big sums of money or pass any land or anything like that. We're a group that is formed, we're called the Maitland Mills Association. And we're just some individuals that are interested in preserving the history of the Maitland Mill and the Maitland watershed. Telling the story about the 64 mills that were on the Maitland River at one time. So it's more a history and an education focus that we had for this project. One of the stumbling blocks that we had was we didn't have control of the mill. The mill was owned by the Maitland Valley Conservation Authority. And the Maitland Valley Conservation Authority declared it as excess. So we were able to, through some wrangling and severing and etc., they had ownership of the mill, and that happened in August of this year. So our focus is to preserve the building. We've had Dr. Chris Cooper, which I believe is a common name that people know, has looked at the mill in the past, has done pathology reports, engineering reports, etc. for it, and has declared it as being stable and fixable. So our next step is to engage a architect to come up with a final draft of the drawings for the appropriate permits, etc., that we're going to need in order to do it. It's not the concept. I believe everybody has seen a copy of our presentation beforehand. The concept is a self-guided educational tour where they would have QR codes that they would do on their phone. I'm not a real techie person, but it's and it would tell the story of that individual mill along the river, or any of the operating mills. We're hoping for sponsorship from some of the feed mills that are in the area that could tell their story as well for the history. The House and Mill and there is one that had a great story to it and still operating, which is fantastic for the area. So we're a local group, Ralph Leviette, Jim Lee from Brussels, Kevin Riddell, Evelyn Riddell Nickel, Peter Jaycock from Brussels, and myself. And Evelyn is a curator at a museum, so she's going to guide us in some of the displays and how to set things up, preserve things, etc. So we have went to some lengths of getting quotes and estimates 2 or 3 years ago. We applied for some funding and we got near the top, and one of the things that disqualified us was we didn't have ownership of the building. It was belonged to the Maiden Valley Conservation Authority. So we're hopeful that when the next round of funding comes from the government for projects that this would fit into, that we will be ready to go. So it's when we started out, we were looking at doing something with the Gory Mill as well, and we had some interest from the Gory residents back that way as well. But unfortunately, there was a flood there, and they deemed the building unsafe with the flooding, so the Maiden Valley Conservation Authority decided to just clean it up, and that history is gone, other than a few artifacts that they allowed us to keep under there. So we just don't want to see that happen with Brussels, and that's kind of our story, where we're heading. We're very preliminary right now. You're our first presentation to make to tell our story and what we're doing. We've kind of been operating in the background, but we are almost through having a charitable status for our organization. So right now we're operating under the Huron County Historical Society. So we've made our contacts. I think we've got a good structure in place. We've got a good board that's interested, and we're looking forward to moving this project ahead. So welcome any questions or anything that council would have.
Thank you very good, Doug, for that presentation. It sounds like you've got a good team behind you to work with. Council, any questions or comments looking forward? Councilor Stepler.
Yeah, thank you, Deputy Mayor. Thank you for taking some control and ownership and leadership within the community. It's something that, if it's not taken, will start to fall apart and become another eyesore. So,
Yeah.
From my side, thank you very much. The one concern I would have, not too concerned at all, Mr. Schultz, is the maintenance and the vandalism and stuff that goes along with a vacant building that's just being occupied through QR codes.
Yeah.
Totally don't see a problem with it. Just imagine, I'm sure your team's talked about the management of that piece.
Yeah.
And how would you go about with that?
It's front and center. We intend to establish a fund with to look after the maintenance of the property, do the upkeep, whatever has to be done, change the displays, etc. within the mill in order to keep people interested in coming to the project. So there's things like lighting. Architects will guide us in that direction. If I look at the mill the way it is now, I remember being there with my grandfather in 1964, dropping off grain and picking it up again after it was milled. So that is my interest in it. And when the building was closed in 1965, basically it's the same building today as it was then. So as far as vandalism and stuff, if it would have happened, it probably would have happened already, but that's,
Great answer. Thank you.
we're confident that we can handle that. So,
Thank you.
Okay, good. Any other questions from council? Well, seeing none. Oh, sorry, Councilor Chartrand.
Is your group responsible for the operation of the dam itself?
no.
That's the conservation.
That's the Conservation Authority. They kept ownership of the dam and the operation of the dam. It's a small pie chunk of land that stops at the river, because the building goes right down to the river. They kept access to the actual dam, so it doesn't go very far to the south of the building where we have ownership of land.
I remember.
The whole launch is
Only,
built.
there was early discussions that we had all at a meeting out there way back when. There was discussions about who would take control of the dam, whether it be you guys or the municipality or leave it with conservation. I believe we left it with conservation.
Not that far yet, if we raise a couple $1 million.
So that's.
Super. Any other questions in from council? I don't see any. Doug, thank you very much for taking the time to come out and explain what the project is. It'll be interesting moving forward, see what how it turns out, so.
It might not move real quick, you might not see much action real quick, we have to make sure that we have all our ducks in a row before we start, so it's, we've got some very good guidance, Paul Nickel is on site. With us, and he has, steered the committee, in a good direction. So,
Excellent. Good. Thank you very much, guys.
thank you.
Thanks. Have a good evening. Thanks again. We have nothing that we don't have to accept that or anything. That's just a verbal. Number 8 is planning. We don't have planning, municipal things. We have nothing. Number 10, reports and recommendations of municipal officers. We have a report in front of you there, 10.1. HR policy update for agreement policy. You think to speak to that or?
Not really, just in recent, some passings of retired employees, we just thought it pertinent or important that we add something to our bereavement policy, just to recognize any retired or former employees of the municipality that we're treating all matters equally and transparently the same. So we just added that clause into the current policy.
Councillor Stepler.
Yeah, I love it because again, we've had some unfortunate passings and unexpected passing, and it's just, when we put something like this in place. Who's gonna monitor it, that we make sure we don't miss someone? That's a tough call, because we don't all recognize who was or wasn't, especially when we had such a large. Newness of, or turnover of staff. Is there a responsibility factor, or we just best, you know, if somebody not, like makes a vote, like somebody brings forward, then we've got a policy. in
It'll
there.
be the best to our knowledge, depending on how back some of the retirements might go. Obviously, we have some better management with our employee records with our HR manager, so we'll be able to hopefully catch those. And know of them, like we have the obituaries and stuff, but a lot of the time, like, residents or colleagues and things know of what's happening in our community and let us know if.
Excellent, thank you.
So, we're in a better spot to be able to catch those, and manage them.
Yep, thank you.
Any other questions about Councillor Fisher?
Thank you, Deputy Mayor, DAO or to Jennifer, if she's here, is this comparable to the other municipalities in Huron?
We didn't do a thorough review of what other municipalities have been doing with this one. We just went off of what we've been doing in the past and wanted to put it in our policy.
Thank you.
Any other questions to the whole thing? If not, can I have a mover seconder to move that along, please? Councillor Newell, seconder. Sir Lullaby. That the council of the municipality of Huron needs to approve the updated policies HR 013 as outlined in report HR 2503. Comments or questions on that motion? All those in favor? That is carried. And also then it looks like on the 10.2, we're going to defer that. There's some more information coming forward that we'd like to move that till November the 4th if we can. And moving a seconder to move that over just for 2 weeks time. That's all. There's some more information coming forward. That's all on that fire review.
The fire department service review, yeah, we just have some other information coming up, so we just wanted to defer this till November if we could.
Is that 10.1, sorry?
10.2.
10.2.
Oh, sorry, thank you, my fault.
Councillor Chartrand, you're willing to second that? Yeah. That the council of municipality of Huron needs to defer fire department 2507 report to the November 4th meeting, 2025 council meeting. Sorry. Comments or questions on that? All those in favor? That is carried. Thank you very much for that. The next is 10.3, the fire department 2508, the purchase of the aerial truck review. That's just for information purposes. Any questions you want to raise out of that, Councillor Stepler?
No, just looking through, I understand the decision, staff is couple, I guess, is it for you? Yeah, Mr. Clark? Was the proper procurement policy followed to purchase the truck?
Not really, but, yeah.
Okay, not that you get it.
Did what he did, so.
Can I just jump in there? I wouldn't say it, we did have, discussions around council and there was an agreement that if it was an opportunity and there are ways around the turmeric policy. So we did discuss it at that time. So it was just the right word I'm looking for. An amendment to our purchasing policy, I guess, is what we made at the time when the opportunity arose.
Yeah, that's fair. We did talk about it in the next session about that and, you know, we follow it. And then, you know, just in conversation today, the vehicle has been returned.
Yep.
And is it actually working now?
As of this afternoon, it has been fixed, so there was a leak underneath the dash that it was in a part that we cannot get. So they have fixed it as of this afternoon, one of our in-house mechanics did, so. It should be good to go now, so.
Okay, thank you.
So it's in service.
It was in service since Friday, it was able to still work as of Friday, but, yeah, we've got that little issue dealt with today, so.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. Any other questions or anything you didn't understand, Councillor Sharp?
Just a question is, while it was out of service, was there like a total review looking to be proactive of any other potential problems on it, or
Yeah.
just to wait for it to break down and then?
No, like the reason it went out was for that reason, right? So we did a pump test back in July and we found this problem. It didn't need to be done necessarily in September or October, but we felt the need it should be done before it becomes a big problem, right? So I believe we are doing what we should be done, so.
Yeah. It is better to be proactive
Yeah.
than reactive, obviously.
They went over the truck when it was there to make sure, like, it was there for a longer time because little issues, right? So we got them dealt with while it was there, so.
Thank you. Any other questions or anything you didn't understand that report? If not, that's just for information purposes, I believe.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Nothing under correspondence, unfinished business. Under council reports, I'd like to report from our last county council meeting that Mad here and Bruce were there to ask for permission to install a couple signs that help prevent impaired driving on our highways. So they're gonna look at a couple high travel highways and install them there. At their cost, I believe Huron County will be paying to put the posts in, but other than that, they're Mad here and Bruce is paying for that. And Justin, to you for that winter road closure notification, the internal module has been tested and it's ready to go. So the OPP will be responsible for uploading the road closures to the municipal 511. That in turn will be embedded in the Huron County website. So the full report will be coming at our next meeting, so I'll make sure you get that, but it sounds like they're on the right track with it. Maybe.
Sounds good, thank you.
Thank you very much. We entered into a one-year agreement with CMHA, Canadian Mental Health Association for the delivery of the Bridge Housing and Stability Program for the following year. That's our homeless program that we have out of the county there, so that's a one-year program we've signed moving forward. We went into a closed session to get an update on a couple of court cases involving a Huron County landowner that been charged with clear cutting some trees involving 3 different properties. So that update will be coming shortly to in open session, so we'll be selling it. And just when I'm talking to at Blue Water Recycling, our last meeting, we were told we were going to get the use of an all-electric collection truck to try out the see how it works with some of our routes in the last week of September. So on the second day of service, it ran out of charge and had to be roadside charged up to get it back to our facility. This was all the company that's supplying the truck. It was all their costs. They were supplying the men, they were supplying everything. So we were just trying it out. We kind of figured that at best, you could only do about 10% of our routes at Blue Water Recycling, but we were given the truck and we want to give it an honest try. So we're still committed to investigating energy efficient collection trucks, but at this time here, I think there's a little bit more work needs to be done. So. And that's everything I have. Does any other boards, committees, or meetings or seminars? Anybody have anything to report? Doesn't look like it. I just wanted to say if anybody wants turkey, our annual Ethel Community Hall Turkey Supper tickets, I still have some if you want. That's November the 2nd. That'll be Councillor Chartre.
Yeah, I too, as deputy mayor, attended the opening of that park, and I just want to say that that was a vision of our recreation team, Lisa, going back 6 or 7 years ago when we wanted to utilize that green space, and it was nice to see the neighbors come out, and that park will get some really good use. So good job getting the grant and applying for it and making it happen. So thank you.
My only comment was, it's too bad we couldn't have better signage for people to get in and out of there, but I mean, people that live there will know that, Lisa.
The
So,
signage is coming.
good,
Yeah.
yes. Other than the balloons that day, there's, I think Lisa Thompson had trouble maybe finding it there for.
We really don't want people to drive back there. We want them more
No.
walk, more
That's right.
walking there than anything else, but.
Yeah, so no, it's, that was the only comment I thought, but yeah, it's a great little park, so it is, so hopefully it gets well used, so. Anybody have anything else under that? Next is requests by members. Anybody have a request tonight? No, Councillor Chartrand.
Yeah, I was looking for an update. If council recalls 3 or 4 council meetings back, there was a delegation here from the Seaforth Bridges developer requesting a change to the condominium, whatever it was they wanted. And in lieu of that, we talked about the deficiencies that have been plaguing that all years, and committed to at least get the road paved by fall. And I was surprised on how many residents actually watched the council meeting live, because they were interested in that particular delegation. And now they're asking me for an update as to when is it gonna happen, because several times over the years, they've been told it's gonna happen then, and never happened, and never happened, never happened. So looking for an update on that, whether it's tonight or at a future meeting.
I can provide an update tonight if I may, through Deputy Mayor.
Sure.
We have been working with McPherson since that meeting. We have done an on-site visit with their engineer as well as ours. Just to determine and finalize the deficiency lists to be confirmed. The last one was done quite a while ago, so we wanted to make sure we had an up-to-date one. So they have put out a tender, which has been awarded to a contractor. So right now we're confirming or finalizing our deficiency list. And then they're gonna be working on the site, so they're gonna clean up those deficiencies, and then we'll go forward with paving. They're still hopeful to get it done this year, however, it's seasonally dependent and weather dependent at this time. But people should be seeing some active activity in the area now that we've got the deficiency list confirmed and moving forward with the work to be completed.
It's ironic because last time they talked about paving, it was about the same time of the year, and it ran out of time for the winter, so.
We
I
have
think
confirmation of
we
the
should-
contract.
We should hold their feet to the fire on this, or amend the agreement that we agreed to.
Part of this is because we're working on an amending agreement to
Yes.
get these completed.
Yeah.
And that needs to be signed off before they can continue with that phase 3, which is what they were here for previously to get those red line conditions. So
And we were also gonna increase the
Correct.
holdback money, or whatever that term you use, the
the security
securities.
based
for the
on that
next of it,
updated deficiency.
So that we're not
Mhm.
left holding the deficiency list, that we could actually do it and use that money.
Correct.
But they're just frustrated, the people who live there.
Mhm. But they should be seeing some people around and activity in the area.
Thank you. Any other requests by members? Each one's, any notice of motions tonight, anybody wishes to make? Any announcements? Councillor Willoughby.
Yeah, Bolton Ballpark is having another supper. The tickets are available from Joanne McDonald, and it's Sunday, October 26th.
How much are the tickets?
I,
25.
are they? Oh, good. Yeah, good to ask.
Is it a beef something?
I think it's pork chop.
Pork chop.
Drive through.
Perfect, thank you very much.
Drive by, drive up, whichever direction
You're driving anywhere, right?
Anyway, it's supportive of it's.
Perfect. It's good, great, thank you very much. Any other announcements tonight? Seeing none, I guess we're down to bylaws. I can, let's see. 15.1.
So we don't do for a while now, we haven't done a blanket introductory. We just do the first, second and third readings per bylaw as we go through.
All right, on the first one here, I'll read it and then I look for a mover or seconder there on that one.
Yeah.
Bylaws 074, 2025, a bylaw to amend bylaw 69 of 2021, the Bailey Municipal Drain, and to provide for the raising of a lesser amount than provided there within. Mover or seconder for that, Councillor Stepler, Councillor Dalton. Comments or questions, all those in favor? That would be carried. Next one is, need a mover or seconder for the next bylaw 74.
Sorry, 75, so just
Sorry.
50.2, yeah.
Okay, well, maybe I didn't read the right one there.
It's the same motion, just a
Gotcha.
title in the motion, but we've got it captured.
Okay, so we're down
Revise
to
in the minutes.
bylaw 25 then.
Correct.
Okay, right.
75.
Okay, perfect. So, sorry, Councilor Chartrand, so yeah, I was reading this one here and then this was here and here too, so
Yeah,
did I miss that one then?
that's okay. Yeah, you.
Okay. So this one here then?
Yep.
Okay, so then bylaw 75, 2025. Councilor Chartrand, I need a seconder for that one, Councilor Deal. Bylaw 75, 2025, a bylaw to amend bylaw 78, 2022, the Baker Municipal Drain Branch A, and to provide for the raising of a lesser amount than provided within. All those in favor? That is carried. So now I guess we're going to go into closed session and need a mover or seconder to do that. Councillor Willoughby, Councillor Fisher. That a closed meeting of council be held on Tuesday, October 21st, 2025 at 6:31 PM in Town Hall Council Chambers in accordance to section 239 of the Municipal Act 2001 for the purpose of the following matters. 16.1, adoption of the October 7th, 2025 closed session council meeting minutes. 16.2, 239.2B, personal matters of an identifiable individual verbal report. 16.3, 239.2B, personal matters about an identifiable identifiable individual CEO report. And that CEO Jessica Rudy or Megan McCollum remain in closed session. You move your second for that, Councilor Mayor, did I get that?
Yeah.
Thank you. All those in favor? Very much.
Just give us a few seconds.
Yep.